So a quick preface to this video, I may be slightly biased towards Ghost Exile, and some of my language is probably going to reflect that. But in this video, I'm going to be discussing some core mechanical differences between Phasmophobia and Ghost Exile, and beg the question, is one better than the other? Let's find out, because together, we'll see what makes these two masterpieces different from one another. So jumping right into number one, Phas and Ghost Exile have similar game loops, but the biggest difference is you can do much more than just identify the ghost and pack it up for the night.
You know what? Let's just take pride in the fact we know what ghost it is, and leave.
We are winners. We are the winners.
In Ghost Exile, it's up to you and your team to juggle several challenging stages of identifying the entity, burning their favorite object, and beginning a lengthy, dangerous, and terrifying banishment ritual. But we'll do more on that later. This marks a stark difference between Phas and Ghost Exile, because if you misidentify the ghost with the wrong ghost nouns, the consequences are unforgiving. And unforgiving consequences lead me to the next difference between the two. Difficulty scaling is mechanically better in Ghost Exile than Phasmophobia. In Phasmophobia, much like Ghost Exile, there are different difficulty settings all tailored to a hunter's experience level and comfort level. However, this is where the similarities between the two ends. In Phasmophobia, the hunter is simply asked at the location whether they want to go amateur, intermediate, and professional, which mostly affect things such as setup time, sanity, fuse boxes starting on or off, and how much equipment the hunter does or does not keep upon death.
That's you, and that's the audience. You guys, you're experts now too because you're with me.
A primary mechanic in the difficulty in Phasmophobia is tailored simply to the ghost hunt, which operates much like a bar. The more you insult the ghost, hang out in its house, lose sanity, and drag the match on, the more that bar teeters to a boiling point. This makes most of the difficulty reliant on how often the ghost is agitated into hunting, which overall feels one-dimensional. Contrastingly, Ghost Exile adds additional challenges for the hunters to overcome that bring a three-dimensionality to the game.
There's a new additional content that we can select called the school events.
All of the following steps must be done correctly in order to win the match. Hunters must balance identifying the proper ghost at hand,
Fake two evidence pieces at once. I don't think they're capable of that.
Right.
identifying and destroying a cursed object with only 3 tries.
Yeah, it's probably yours for sure. Though.
Oh,
Nice.
It was.
properly identifying the ghost's name, which is not given to you at the start.
Sweet.
Olivia Wilson, she's 35. I'm going to place her passport using the correct banishing ritual based on the ghost at hand. Olivia, get out the ghost of all impurity. Honoring the good side of the ghost's soul.
Sure, before I tell you to look at it. Right at my feet, right at my feet.
I can hear it.
And while all of this is going on, the hunters must evade ghost hunts, close portals to hell, juggle random ritual conditions, and optionally use protection seals to temporarily slow, trap, or calm the entity. Finally, and certainly the most terrifyingly, confronting the spirits of the Shadow Realm. Can't get past him. I'm gonna
Baba found you. Let's play.
All of this is possible to skilled hunters, and skilled hunters receive handsome rewards, which brings me to point number 3. Logistics and pay. They play a significant role between the two games. The similarities between the two are that you are paid based off of what you do or do not do during the hunt. But again, this is where the similarities end. In Phasmophobia, it again faces us with the one-dimensionality of win the match, do a few side missions, get money for equipment, rinse and repeat. There is more to the case for Ghost Exile. In Ghost Exile, you reap fat rewards for removing entities successfully, and all pay is tailored to difficulty, additional content chosen, and side missions. By the end of it, hunters can afford equipment to successfully banish ghosts, something new players cannot do, and won't want to do right away because they need a basic grasp of the game first anyway, and slowly get eased into the nuance. However, instead of sitting on a mountain of money that you can't spend on anything, Ghost Exile has large payments a hunter can drop on new hideouts, equipment, and much more additional content the developers claim are coming, which is the biggest downfall right now of the game. Most of its content is yet to be released, but developers promise is coming later on. The next part of the logistics is death. It happens in both games and in various ways. In Phasmophobia, being dead is largely just watching your friends while idly waiting for the next round to start. And maybe messing with them a little bit by throwing objects around. In Ghost Exile, a hunter can choose to confront the entity in the labyrinth of death.
Go!
You're not gonna fucking catch me. I won't let you catch me today.
If the hunter's soul, you, comes out on top, the hunter can assist their friend by knocking on walls to lead or communicate with your friends, slowing the entity down whilst it hunts your friends, and throwing objects to communicate as well. If the hunter loses, however, they are within the ghost's grasp and can do nothing to help their friends. This leads me to my summary. By contrast, Phasmophobia has a simple setting: find the ghost and leave without dying. But nothing compares to the emotions a hunter will feel in Ghost Exile when they're sorely disappointed with an error they made, or the sheer elation they feel when they successfully come out on top of a spiritual battle that was well fought on both sides.
Ominous spirit, get out. Ghost Exile, motherfucker! Boom!
Holy shit, man.
Ghost Exile, get the fuck out, bitch! 2 hours for that battle. That's something I'm going to highlight in the video, dude, that there is nothing more exhilarating than when you get it right in this one. Versus Phaz, you're like, oh, I was right. Move on to the next one.
Plus, there's like so much more skill involved, I feel like.
Oh my god.
Because there's actually things you can use, like traps and sigils, and like also like the world of shadows. It's like you have to be very skillful about how you do that. Yeah.
Nothing beats how drastically different the house feels when there isn't a fucking ghost in it. You will never get this in Phasmophobia.
Yeah, you really get to like appreciate your work too, rather than just like click a button and like.
To sum it up, in the same words used by my partner at the end of every Ghost Exile match:
Ghost Exile, motherfucker!
Holy shit.
Boom! Get out. Ghost Exiled.
Holy shit, dude.
Here goes nothing, man. In the name of God, get out. Ghost Exiled.
Holy shit, dude. We are moving up in the world.
Oh my.
because there are no other words to describe the feeling. In closing, I do want to mention though, I respect Phasmophobia for the great memories with friends and family that it's given me, despite being a more one-dimensional version of the genre that it began. Phasmophobia was a dramatically game-changing idea that brought a very needed breath of fresh air to the horror game genre, and for that, it holds a place of infinite respect and nostalgia in the hearts of many players, as well as mine. But if I had to pick, I'll always go with Ghost Exile for getting the best parts of a Phas game right. But which one is better to you, Ghost Exile or Phasmophobia? Leave a comment below and tell me what your favorite is and why. Before you go, if you want to see more content on fun video games like this, support the channel by subscribing and ninja kick the crap out of that like button while flexing your glutes for maximum damage to your computer. I want you to hit that like button so hard, you don't have a system to watch my next video on at all. Peace, bitch.